So today we're going to do functions. So let's start off with the first question. F of x equals 3x minus 1 and g of x equals 2x plus 4. So the first question is calculate the value of fg2. So first what you want to do is you want to think about this as if it was f brackets g to the 2 close brackets. And the reason why you want to think about it like this is because you always have to work out what this part is first. So whatever letter is next to the brackets, you always want to work out what that thing is first. And then whatever answer you get from this, then you want to plug that answer into this initial function. Okay, so we'll do an example, so then hopefully it'll make sense. So first you want to work out what is g to the 2. So you have to put 2 into the g function, which will get us 2 times 2 plus 4, which gets us 4 plus 4, which equals 8. So now that we've worked out that g to the 2 equals 8, instead of writing g to the 2 in this function here, we can write 8. So now I'm going to write f, so now I'm going to write f to the 8, f8. So now I'm going to put 8 inside the f function. So I'm going to write 3 times 8 minus 1, which then equals 24, minus 1, which then equals 23. And that is our final answer. And now moving on to part B. So first you want to write this out as f to the 3. And we want to deal with this part first. So whichever letter is next to the brackets, deal with that one first. So this f is next to the bracket, so deal with this first. And then whatever answer you get from this, then you can plug that into the f function again. So f brackets 3 equals 3 times 3 minus 1, which equals 9 minus 1, which gets us 8 again. So now we just have to plug 8 into the function again, and because we've done that up here, we know f to the 8 equals 23. So that was. And now moving on to part C. So first I'm going to write this out as g brackets fx close brackets. So this is quite difficult and looks a lot more different to the last two questions where we had the number 2 here and with the number 3 here. So what we actually want to do in this question is whatever is inside f of x, we want to substitute that in for wherever there's an x value in g. So let me just write that out and then hopefully it'll make more sense. So f of x is 3x minus 1 and g of x is 2x plus 4. So wherever the x is, that's where all the things are going to get substituted. So if I put 2 here, then put brackets here, because that's where the x would have been, and then write plus 4. And that is our final answer. So f g f x is all of this 2 brackets 3x minus 1 plus 4. And what we can actually do is simplify this further by expanding the bracket to get the final answer as 6x plus 2. And that is our final answer now. So just to make it a bit more clear, I got this number here, and instead of writing x, I substituted this value in for where x would have been. So x would have been here, because normally it's written out as 2x plus 4, which is g of x. And I just write this number here there instead. Okay, now moving on to question number 2. So it says find fgx. So the first thing we want to do is we'll write this out as f brackets g x close brackets. This means plug the g function and replace the values of x in the f function. So wherever you see x in the f function, which is here, you write all of this stuff. So if we were to do that, we would get f g x equals 2x plus 1 squared minus 3. And if we were to expand this bracket, we would get 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1 written twice, and then that would get us 4x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 1 minus 3, and that'll get us 4x squared plus 4x minus 2. And that is our final answer. And now moving on to part B. It says GHX. So the first thing you want to do is write this out as G brackets H X close brackets. So that means plug all of H wherever you find an X in G. So we have to plug all of H, which is all of this, instead of X. So wherever you see X, just replace all of H there. Perfect. So what we're going to write is, we're going to write GHX equals 2, and then substitute all of the H in, plus 1. And then if we simplify this, we'll get 2 times 2, they cancel each other. So 2 divided by 2, sorry. And that gives x plus 1. And that's the final answer. And now moving on to question number 3. Given f of x equals x squared plus 3x minus 5, express f2x minus 1 in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so the first thing we have to realize is we have to substitute all of the stuff in this bracket wherever you find x in the equation above. So wherever you find, so whatever you x values you find in the f function. So let's do that now. So we're going to write, instead of writing x squared, we have to write 2x minus 1 squared plus 3. And because the 3 has an x attached to it, wherever I find an x, I have to substitute whatever's inside that bracket. So I have to write 2x minus 1 again, and then I write minus 5. And because the minus 5 has no x attached to it, I just write minus 5 normally. Now let's simplify. So let's first expand the brackets. That'll give me 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1, plus 6x minus 3, minus 5. Now that'll get me 4x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 1 plus 6x minus 8. Now if I try to simplify further, I'll get 4x squared minus 4x plus, so what we have here actually, we have a plus 1 here, and we have a minus 8 here, so I can write, so I write plus 6x here, and then this I'll write as minus 7 plus 1, and minus 8 gets you minus 7, and now the final simplification would be 4x squared, and this is a minus 4 and a plus 6 here. So if I add them together, I'll get plus 2x minus 7. And that is my final answer.